I've always been a little reluctant to show you the inner workings of GardenFork, let you behind the curtain. In other words, to show you my office and my desk, because it's a little embarrassing. It is chaotic to say the least. And I struggle all the time to find a clean workspace to do something. And I wanted to be more organized. And I was like, I need to organize this in a better way. So I thought of a way. But before I show you the solution, this is kind of false because this is actually cleaned up because I moved a whole bunch of this stuff around the corner to the other room I'm working in. This is even more of the junk, and I want to get rid of stuff. I have stuff and I'm like, should I keep it? Should I get rid of it? This I might keep because I want to make more t-shirts. But what I get most inundated by is paper. Takeout style sesame noodles. Maybe I should make that tonight. I could put that in my pocket. But I thought if I could organize the paper that comes in all the time, because I basically throw it, I stack it somewhere, and then I'm like, oh, I'll get to that, and then I don't. So here's my thought on an idea. This is a portrait of one of my best friends, Matt. If you know a guy named Mike that lives in St. Louis who paints like this, I'd like to talk to him because I lost track of him. But my thought was, right here, when I come in my office, I could have those kind of file holder, paper holder things that you see in offices, like this. I got these at IKEA, and they kind of nest together, and they could go on the wall. And then I thought, that just kind of look kind of ugly on the wall, and what if I want to move it, or what if I move my office, what if I move my apartment, you know? So here's what I came up with for this to organize all that. Ready?
Make, fix, grow, cook. GardenFork.
It's just like, I've never had to do that, thankfully. We've put together a bunch of IKEA stuff. I'll link below and at the end of the show for some other IKEA videos, but let's move on. So my idea was that these would stack. Okay, they're kind of stuck. And then all my papers could go in here. So this just on the wall, on a white wall, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna work. So I had an idea about how to make it look kind of maybe rustic and homey and Pinterest worthy, Pinterest clicky worthy. And that's pallet wood, right? This on here with a special extra thing. So these are gonna nest like this, and what I thought was there could be chalkboard paint here so we could write, I don't know, am I ever gonna pay attention to that? I don't know, it could be invoices, I don't have invoice, bills, file, interesting stuff. But I thought if I would put a strip of chalkboard paint across here, that might look kind of fun, and you could write with chalk, and then if I change my mind, which is not unusual to happen, I could redo it. I could just wipe it off and change it instead of having to get the label maker out. Real quick though, this is a pretty smooth surface, so we're gonna give it a little bit of a tooth for the next coat of, it's a paint, basically, it's sand and paint. We have a video about how to make chalkboard paint. I'll link to it below and at the end of the show here. But this, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a tooth when a sanding block, fine sanding block, but just, well, I'll show you. I'm just gonna do a little sanding. It's exciting to watch. You know, I've just decided I'm gonna paint the whole thing, the parts, it's gonna stack, right? So this is gonna be here, but what if a little bit of that pops up and we can see the yellow, and it doesn't look nice on the sides. I'm just gonna paint it all black, well, pretty much all black, like this one. So it'd be chalkboardy, file holder, palette wood thing. Painter's tip, Since we're going to let these dry for a couple hours, we want to use the same brush. You don't want to rinse the brush out. It's kind of a waste of water because you're just going to use the same color again. This, wrapped up in this. It's not the most elegant wrapping job. Seal this up nice. You can even put them in the fridge if it's going to be longer. You could take paint rollers and put them in the fridge, wrapped in plastic. But this will keep this brush moist. Put the lid back on this. In a couple hours, we'll hit this again. Somebody is bugging me, like it's dinner time perhaps? Yes? Charlie, are you hungry? This is what I call the shakedown. That wasn't very good. Eye protection, ear protection. Okay, so now we basically have to wait for the paint to dry, and you know what watching paint dry is like? Instead, let's watch the Labradors. She wants that, but she won't pick it out of the tub herself. I'm also just going to paint the tops of the interiors. So to join these three pieces together, I mean, you could get fancy and what are those things that go between wood? I can't remember what they're called. But I just cut a piece of scrap plywood, and these are going to sit on top of here, and I'm just going to glue it. I'm going to use wood glue and press this overnight. You could screw through the back, but glue and wood works pretty good. So let me show you how that works. Oop, that didn't work. Hold that out. So just take some wood glue. These boards are a little warped, but will be okay because we're going to use a secret weapon. Which is the nicer side? That's the nicer side. Let this dry overnight. So I'm going to spray the insides of these flat black. I just think if this is mounted kind of low on the wall, you could, you know, if you're walking by, you can see the white. I don't know. I know I say done is better than perfect, but this will take 3 seconds. It's a flat black. What do you think, Charlie? What do you think? Looks good? You want to go inside? All right. I made a mistake here. This is the cut edge, and I meant to have them all facing the same direction, so depending on where you mount this on the wall, your eye line, you wouldn't see the cut edge. So like here, I've got nice cut edge, and here I've got cut edge, nice, or you know what I mean, nice over here, cut edge. So what can you do? That'll be nice. It's not, I got another lump on my head if I do that. It ain't going anywhere. So this, mount the things, on the wall, I'm good. Just a little touch up. I love the IKEA pictogram. I'm actually gonna, instead of just trying to wing this, I'm actually gonna follow the instructions on how to assemble this thing. And then it gets mounted on here, and it gets on the wall. We're good to go. This is the hanger bracket. I spray painted that black as well. How cool is that? Alright, there should be some stuff floating here to watch if you want. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make it a great day.